The Daytona 500, it's supposed to be the crown jewel of NASCAR, the race you circle on your calendar all winter, the one that reminds you why you fell in love with this sport in the first place. But this time, what we saw, it wasn't just dramatic, it wasn't just wild. It felt like something bigger shifted right before our eyes. And here's the thing, this wasn't just a last lap wreck. This felt like drivers hitting their breaking point. Patience ran out. The whispers of frustration we've been hearing for months, they exploded under the lights at Daytona. In those final seconds, the entire garage started questioning more than one move. They were questioning the direction of the sport itself. And if you care about where NASCAR is heading, you need to hear this. Before we dive in, do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe to NASCAR Insider Hub. We're a new channel chasing our first 1,000 subscribers. And if you live and breathe NASCAR every week, this is your home. Now, let's break down the chaos. It all started on the final lap, and I'm telling you, this wasn't just another big one. This was a moment that exposed everything drivers have been quietly frustrated about. Carson Hawkar was leading at the white flag, in control, until he got turned into the wall. No caution. The field charged on. Chase Elliott surged ahead off. Turn 4 briefly, it looked like he might steal the biggest win of the year, and then he got wrecked. Behind him, Riley Herbst threw a block. Brad Keselowski had a massive run, huge, and suddenly it was chaos. Cars folding, metal flying, smoke everywhere. Joey Logano crossed the line backwards. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. scraping the wall. Keselowski limped home 5th, nose destroyed, somehow slipping through the smoke like a scene straight out of a movie. Tyler Reddick crossed the line first, but here's the kicker, he didn't celebrate. He wasn't even sure if he'd won. He didn't know if the caution came on before he crossed the start-finish line. Imagine winning the biggest race of your life and being afraid to smile because you think it might be taken away. That's how chaotic, how uncertain that finish was. And this wasn't just another win for Reddick. This was personal. A California kid who grew up watching every Daytona 500 broadcast with his family, dreaming of just racing here. He talked about testing an ARCA car at Daytona for the first time and thinking it felt surreal. Now fast forward, he's a Cup driver racing for Michael Jordan, expected to win every year. Last season, tough. No wins, a drought, battling doubt within the team. On top of that, a newborn son facing health challenges. He said the only other time he felt emotions like this was winning the pole at the Charlotte Roval while his son was in the hospital. Think about that. While we argue online about blocks and chaos, this guy is carrying family struggles, organizational pressure, and the weight of 3 generations of sacrifice. His parents, his grandparents, all invested in this dream. Before the race, his son asked, "Are you finally going to win this race?" That wasn't just a trophy, that was legacy. But here's where it gets bigger than one emotional victory. The anger inside that garage? It was real. And it's only getting louder. Elliott didn't hide his frustration. He flat out said, "We were leading the Daytona 500 off, turn 4 coming to the checkered flag and didn't win. So you tell me, that's disbelief, that's heartbreak." Keselowski? Furious. He called it one of the dumbest moves he'd ever seen. The block from the #35 car, he said, wiped out everyone for no reason. Keselowski believed he had the run to win, or at least challenge, but it was snatched away by what he saw as a desperate, unnecessary move. Herbst defended himself. He said he chose his lane, got pushed, and was just trying to win. Even Reddick admitted he wouldn't have won without Herbst, that in that moment, Herbst did everything right for himself. So, who's right? That's where this turns into a full-blown debate across the sport. All race long, drivers weren't flat-out racing, they were managing fuel, lifting, riding half-throttle, sitting in glued-together packs. And that's where the next-gen car comes in. Superspeedway racing has become almost too equal. Equal drag, equal horsepower, equal speed. The cars are so planted that drivers barely have to lift in the corners. When nobody lifts, the field stays stacked 3 wide, 4 wide, inches apart. Passing isn't raw skill anymore. It's about pit strategy, fuel saving, timing, chaos. Even team owner Denny Hamlin said it plainly. The solution? Make handling matter again. Take away the spoiler. Slow the cars in the corners so drivers have to lift. More lifting equals more separation. More separation equals more skill, more risk. less pack dependency. He even floated an idea to bring the Clash back to Daytona, letting drivers experiment with a package that eliminates fuel saving entirely. Just hang on and drive. Because right now, inside the garage, the feeling is drivers are trapped. They can't separate. They can't create runs without help. You need pushes, teammates, someone to move first. Zane Smith said it best. The help wasn't there. That's Daytona. And when the biggest race of the year ends with half the top 5 crashing across the finish line, when drivers are openly calling moves stupid, when the winner doesn't even know he won, that's not just Daytona madness. That's a warning sign. This sport is at a crossroads. Do you accept this as the new normal, chaotic pack racing, fuel-saving chess matches exploding on the last lap? Or do you change the car, risk something different, and bring back handling, separation, and individual skill? Because if this is what the Daytona 500 becomes every year, the debate is only going to get louder. As a fan, I'm torn. The drama was insane, my heart was pounding, but I also get why drivers feel something's off. The greatest race of the year shouldn't leave this many people angry. So now I want to hear from you. Was this just classic Daytona chaos, or is the next-gen package slowly turning the biggest race in NASCAR into a ticking time bomb? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk. And if you like this kind of honest fan-to-fan breakdown, hit like and subscribe to NASCAR Insider Hub. We're a new channel chasing our first 1,000 subscribers, bringing you real NASCAR conversations without the corporate filter. Because if this race is any sign of what's coming this season, buckle up. The storm might just be getting started. It hurts.